what's up, guys? Hold on, let me fix my volume. I know every time I come on live, it's the same thing, y'all. What is up? We got so much to talk about. But let me just start by saying Diddy is done, y'all. Diddy's done. Diddy is done. Diddy is done. Thanks to Diddy, right? Hip hop's day of reckoning is upon us, right? Russell Wilson. Oh, I am so sorry. Russell Wilson just had a baby with Sierra. You better do that and God's bless it. Russell Simmons, your day is coming. Russell Simmons, your day is coming. Right? Who else is on the list? Who else? Mace, Cameron. I hope you've been being godly people, because if not, your day is coming too. Irv Gotti, your day is coming. Everybody's coming, and baby, we can thank the New York State Governor. Y'all, the reckoning day is upon us. This is the day. Actually, businessmen should be afraid. Everybody should be afraid, and everybody should be looking at Diddy, because Diddy brought this scourge upon a nation. Y'all, listen. Diddy's finished. I know what y'all saying. Of course he's finished. He got 5 lawsuits, baby. He about to get, and I know for a fact, 3 more. You guys, I do want to say this before I start the live. If you are listening, and if you've never listened to me before, please join me this weekend. I have a big, heavy hitter guest. I don't even know how I got this guest, but I got this guest, and they are coming on live, and baby, they are giving exclusive tea. And this ain't no maybe. This ain't no blind item. This ain't anything. This is a heavy hitter guest. I have to literally just say that right there. Okay, let's get into the way Diddy is done. He has 3 more lawsuits coming. I know this for a fact. There are 3 more people being represented. 2 of them have separate lawsuits. 2 of them might be represented together. I'll have more details, and the heavy hitter is coming on this Wednesday. I don't know how I got them, but I got them. They are central. They are integral, and baby, they are going to be answering questions. So DM me. No, actually, I'm going to do an Instagram story where you can tell me what questions you want me to ask, and I'll ask. I'll announce who the person is on Wednesday, Thursday, baby. This ain't no clickbait. This is the real deal. All right. Now, let's get into this, right? Oddly enough, listen, I want Gene Dill. Uncle Gene is off gallivanting on vacation. You know, he live right? He out probably drinking a spicy margarita as we speak. But you know what? He deserves it after dealing with Diddy all those years. Have another spicy margarita, Unc. I am trying to get in touch with Jaguar, right? If anybody knows how to put me in touch with her, I would love to have her on my show. Uncle Gene, we working on it, but that boy is on vacation right now, living his best life. All right, y'all. What y'all want to get into first? How Diddy's done? And I mean done. This ain't like any repeating. He is done. The New York City governor has ended him. But let me just say this, right? I posted a controversial video last night of Diddy and his mom, and I do not know it was so controversial, because I did say, far be it from me to suggest anything untoward. What could be wrong with a grown man kissing his mommy on the lips? I don't know what you go on, right? While you brag about how you and your mommy like to go to the Blink clubs together, and how your mom is single and ready to mingle. She know how to have fun. She can put both hands on the ground flat while you flashing. I never believed in it, but you flashing Illuminati signs. I thought y'all was BSing me, because every time y'all come with the Illuminati mess, y'all know I love you, but y'all are like my 5%er cousin that pops up every Thanksgiving and Christmas. And it's not that he don't know his stuff, but he always go off on some tangent, right? And you be like, all right, well, I don't think the dollar bill symbolizes the fall of Roman society, but whatever, right? But that's the thing. Like my cousin that come at Christmas, when y'all be talking that Illuminati stuff, I try to scoff. I roll my eyes. And then 2 days later, I'm like, wait, y'all was right. Again, y'all remind me of my cousin that comes around on Thanksgiving and Christmas talking that 5% or BS. But oddly enough, I don't know. I'd say 75% of things he said has come to pass. What could be wrong? Why y'all mad at me that him and his mom are laughing, talking about she can put both hands on the ground flat, pow, 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 pow. What's wrong with that? Now, I will say this, right? A lot of y'all were like, not a lot of y'all, just like 3 people, right? We're like, oh, well, do a psychoanalysis, do this and that. Let me tell y'all something, right? Here's the thing. There are some things that are just beyond me. I didn't know what to say to that. First of all, I don't care whether you got a degree in psychology or not. Anybody that says that they can psychoanalyze someone without even meeting them off of a video is all cap. I don't care if they graduated with a sociology degree or nothing. What university did you go to, right? I do know that when it comes to stuff like that, it is very touchy. I know I'm not raised just like you might not be raised by me. I know my brothers would never be bragging about my mom being able to put both hands down on the ground, pow, 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 flat. I know they would never be giving each other come head their eyes. I know my mom, my brothers, and me would never be getting IVs with my mom. Like, are you insane? Right? But I do know that whatever, if you don't know what I'm talking about, go watch that video that I posted about Diddy and his mom. Whatever's going on, it's very, very uncomfortable. And it makes me feel uncomfortable. And it's something I've never seen before. And it's an uncomfortableness that I hope never to feel again. I honestly didn't know what to think about it. I do know that Diddy and his mom seem to have a very friendly relationship. I do know that they seem to cross boundaries. I do know that if I didn't know they were mother and daughter, I would think that they are dating. But then again, my brothers don't flirt with my mommy. You know what I'm saying? Listen, I don't know what to say. I don't know what to feel. I just know I was like, and I left it at that. That is for you guys to see. All I do is bring stuff from the public. You know what I'm saying? Listen, you know what? Diddy isn't, listen, Diddy ruined white nail polish for everyone because that is my go-to color on vacation. That is, you know what though? Maybe I'll keep it cool and cute, right? Maybe I'll keep it cool and cute for my man, right? Little spice up, walk into that piece with some fresh white fingernails, white toenails too. You know what time it is. Get ready, we going. He probably gonna be like, what is going At this point, if you want to send a message to somebody and let them know what you about, you better put those white fingernails on, baby. That's a new city girl anthem. I ain't never scared. Throw those white fingernails up. My man probably be like, oh, really? That's what we doing? All right, all right. Anyway, right? That's what you do. You want to freak somebody out. But then again, you know the way men are. They be like, whoa, 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 ain't it? No, I don't want to see those white fingernails wrapped around anything. Anyway, right? Listen, all I gotta say is that mess with Diddy, listen. All I gotta say is, what's up, Jamie? All I gotta say is that mess with Diddy. And I don't know. Maybe other people can be this and that. I know that usually when there's no boundaries, Uncle Gene Dill did say, who told Gene I called him my dad or my grandfather? Y'all always embarrassing me, trying to get this man on. And y'all like, oh, she said you were old enough to be grandfather. I was being facetious. He uncle. He cute. He's the cool uncle. Unc, right? Anyway, right? Unc having margaritas right. But like, honestly, Gene Dill, right, was the one that said that Diddy be cursing his mom out, if I'm not mistaken, laying hands on his mom, cursing his mom out, doing all the stuff. It's odd to me that Diddy treats his mom the same way, right? The same way that he treats it. You know what? I'm done. I'm gonna put this on right now. Hold on. I'm playing this video and then we getting into why Diddy's finished. I promise y'all, this is not clickbait. Y'all know I don't do clickbait. Now, I might run my mouth. Now, I might take 5 minutes to get to the point. Y'all might hear about what I'm making for dinner and what my grocery list is for next week before we get to the topic. But baby, it's all related. Y'all know I don't do clickbait. Y'all know that. We gonna pick this piece apart and put it back together, right? But don't forget, I got that special live this weekend. Actually, let's get to the governor part, and then I'm going to play the Diddy video that freaked me out about his mom, because again, I still don't know how to feel. And again, far be it from me to suggest anything untoward. Far be it from me to suggest anything inappropriate at all. But we got to talk. Okay, here we go. Y'all ready for this? Y'all ready for this? Okay, so what is the architect behind Diddy's downfall? Okay. Diddy, first of all, let's get through this. Cassie signed an NDA. She 100% did. I know, and I know this for a fact. Cassie signed an NDA. Now, a lot of you guys are pointing to legislation. I'll be quick. A lot of you guys are pointing to legislation that said, oh, no. Starting November 17th, NDAs are basically worthless for anybody that was involved with anything dealing with blank harassment, blank assault. I'm saying blank because YouTube is a hate and a B sometimes, and the algorithm. Like, we can talk about all this stuff. I can talk about the way Chloe's the biggest dum-dum in the world, but I talk about some real stuff, and they want to sanction. Okay, she signed the NDA. That is why Diddy settled with her so quickly, because the governor, it was on the governor's desk on the 17th of November. From the 17th on, NDAs are pretty much useless, right? That whole 21-day rule, 7-day, it only came into effect on November 17th. If you go back to the TMZ articles, Cassie signed her settlement and NDA on November 16th, on or around 11 something that night. They signed it in the last hour. I made a video about how they knew it's legislation. It was known to everybody. Diddy did it. The insurance company did not pay for Diddy. Insurance companies do not pay for illegal activities. If that's the case, every dope boy and every Epstein would have insurance. Where do y'all live that y'all really think, again, everything y'all heard about insurance paying for the crimes of its employees and managers and directors. First of all, directors and officer insurance does not pay for settlements. They only pay for the legal fees to defend yourself. So they wouldn't even force Diddy to settle because they would have paid for the legal fees, whether that be arbitration or whether that be court. But when it comes to employees, right, or even officers, managers, any of that, there is not an insurance policy on earth that will ensure illegal activity. They will take option C. How about we drop you and then we don't got to worry about this anymore? So there's no insurance company that forced Diddy to settle or indemnified him. If you know of that insurance company, please let me know. I would like to become the next Pabla. I would like to become, y'all know my Spanish skills are so good. I would like to become the next Pablo Escobar. If y'all could give me an insurance policy that indemnifies against illegal actions of you or your employees. It just don't exist at all. Okay? Okay, now, fine. Take that off, okay? But how did Diddy thought he got away with it? Right? Let's play a how to get away with murking. How did Diddy think he was going to get away with it? And how did Diddy get all his stooges, including Roger Bonds, out here trucking and driving, doing the thing, right? Because I guarantee you, anybody that's working for Diddy still is still getting paid bottom dollar, because that's just what Diddy does, right? Okay, so here's what happened, okay? Diddy thought he outsmarted the system. He thought, you know what? There's a bunch of people I paid off for pennies, right? Cassie wasn't going for pennies because Cassie's lawyer was like, no. Then this black lawyer, Tyrone Blackburn, who represents Diddy's other people accusing him, filed suit. Now, the funny thing is with Douglas Wigmore, Diddy rolled over. He knows Douglas is a heavyweight, brought down the IMF. I'm getting to the point. Just rock with me, all right? Rock with me, right? So he's like, Douglas Wigmore, he took down the head of the IMF. He took down, that guy was slated to be the president of France. He took down Harvey Weinstein. He is the Me Too lawyer. Cassie linked up with Douglas Wigmore. He was like, oh, they tried to play hard to get, but once that legislation got passed and it was like, yo, it's going to become law on the 17th, because they've been negotiating for a while. And if you guys don't know, when laws go, I'm just a bill on Capitol Hill, right? When law gets passed, it's never a surprise. It has to pass the houses. Then it has to pass the General Assembly. Then when everything's going on, it winds up on the governor's desk in New York State, and it can be vetoed. But the governor usually lets you know, because it's political posturing, I'm going to veto this mess. It ain't passing, right? Nothing happens surprise in politics. You know when it's coming. They were negotiating up till, except for the fact that on the 17th, they knew it was going to be on the governor's desk. On the 16th of the morning, Cassie's lawyer is no joke. He released this mug with Cassie's statement into the public, because Diddy was still on the fence of, yo, should I settle or should I go? Right? He was still on the fence, because at the end of the day, the person with money usually is in the clear for any type of these suits. Why? Because they run you out. Because they find your high school boyfriend that don't like you anymore. Because they find some hating roommate that was just like, oh my God, Cassie was like the town mascot. They literally find all these people to say mess about you, right? They find all these people to say mess about you. You've seen it. You've seen it. When's the last time you saw somebody that did this, that walked in and be like, well, I like white nail polish. And I was like, take that. Harvey Weinstein, I'm innocent. Bill actually, Harvey Weinstein and Bill Cosby used the same thing. Harvey Weinstein and Bill Cosby literally tried to act like they went blind in under 7 calendar days and came in like 3 blind mice. Literally came in 3 blind. Excuse me, Jesus, is that you? Oh no, Jesus. Oh, sorry. Literally, 3 blind mice. Literally, excuse me. Literally filling their lawyer's face. Is that you, God? No, Mr. Weinstein. They went blind in less than 7 working days, 7 business days before they admitted. And everybody in Who Hefner's site, a pool party, knew what type of demon time Bill Cosby was on. Everybody in New York and LA, because Harvey Weinstein is a bi-coastal predator, knew what time Harvey Weinstein was on. And still to this day, they maintain the image. And to this day, the women that had super credible claims and had receipts are still called liars and turned apart. The funny thing is, everybody soon forgets. Cassie got that settlement because her lawyer knew what time it was. He knew that once it got into court, don't forget what Tory Lanez did to Megan Thee Stallion. Whether or not you believe he's innocent, and I hope you don't believe he's innocent, I don't. One thing that is not disputed is he waged an online campaign that was actually very effective. There were trolls, there were bots, they were releasing fake information. Tom and Jerry Academics was one of the main people that almost got sanctioned from the judge because he was releasing false information. Everybody thought they knew what was going on. And then when the court came, people thought that the court was lying because they're like, oh, well, what happened to that doctor? And it's like the doctor didn't exist. The doctor's name was Dr. Doolittle. And the report was signed in blue Crayola crayon. Like, what's not clicking, right? Anyway, it was actually very effective. I actually didn't know the way the trial, Megan and Tory's trial was going to go until we realized that Tory had one of the best lawyers, Holly, I want to say her name was Holly Robinson, Holly something. She was one of the best lawyers out there in California, still is. She defended Lindsay Lohan, all this other stuff, right? A bunch of people. She's a heavy, heavy hitter, right? She was defending Tory Lanez. Tory Lanez tried to bribe Kelsey. The woman found out, the lawyer was like, oh, you're not getting me disbarred, right? But on top of that, he fired her because she gave him the whole trial strategy. And then because he's a sexist and because he thought he could do things better, he hired some insurance lawyers that said they could get him off, would be more risky, and they took the case, right? And from that, he lost because they don't understand that criminal law is different than insurance law. It really honestly is, especially when you're trying to make people believe that the police or the state or whatever are lying. It's totally different. Why do I say this? Because Puff knew, or at least his lawyer thought, that if they could just get into court, they could launch an online campaign like Johnny Depp did. Doesn't matter whether you think he's guilty or innocent. He had the trolls. He had the bots. He was moving public opinion, right? They thought they could launch that career and that thing. And there was a chance, a good chance, that one, they could run out Cassie out of money. Two, they could make her look bad. Three, they could get everything they wanted. Okay, fine. So, all right. So that happened. Now, here's the thing. Oh, wait, hold on. Viva with life. Hey, thank you. Said great content. However, insurance companies may settle depending on how high-end corporate policies are structured. Harvey Weinstein's company's insurance paid his $25 million settlement with his accusers. The policy protects the company, not the person. No, that is not true. Harvey Weinstein's insurance company did not pay $25 million. The board paid $25 million. This is one of the reasons why their insurance policy was null and void. You can Google this, even though that is a good point. But that only works if they can say that they had no clue that he was involved in illegal behavior, and a reasonable person under the circumstances wouldn't have had that. Again, illegal behavior is not good. When you talk about the Weinstein victims, you will know it wasn't the insurance policy. There was a secret, not rule. Yeah, it was secret, written into Weinstein Films charter, that they had a slush fund. This is Weinstein Films. This is $1 billion company, and it's owned by Harvey and his brother. There was a slush fund that they had, the company had, that quietly paid off Harvey's accusers. That's what it was. The $25 million did not come from the insurance company. And get this, Harvey, for what he was convicted of, right? For before it turned criminal, for what he was convicted of. What happens is you have to say, actually, let me actually pull up this legislation because y'all keep playing in my face, but it's cool. I love this stuff, okay? So there comes a time in every young man's life where when you have insurance, I'm trying to pull up my notes. So here's the thing, right? Let me just speak layman terms because this is taking too long to pull up. Oh, wait, hold on. Let me see. Do I have the video or did I erase it? Let's go into photos. So here's the thing. I'm going to look through my photos and I'm going to talk at the same time because I don't want to lose y'all. Okay. And thank you so much for the super chat, Viva with Life. All right. I love this. This is like Thanksgiving dinner. We like to challenge each other in this house. Okay. So, when behavior has the benefit of the doubt, you can always make a comment that a thing that it wasn't intentional, such as Harvey Weinstein, the way he used his power to get women to date him, okay? But, and this is the important but, they felt pressured. You can have the deniability that, listen, this girl's been dating me. Okay, fine, I'm her boss. Fine, I said she'll get fired if she does that. Fine, I threatened to blacklist her, but that's just our pillow talk. That's what we do. That's what we do. Don't you know? What? Who hasn't said, I will fire you, B? That's what we do before she gives me sloppy toppy. As crazy as that sounds, that is an argument that you can make 100%. And that means that the insurance policy would most likely have to pay out, because at the end of the day, it is disputable whether you had intent to commit a crime. I thought she wanted it. She's telling me now 6 years later, but everybody that saw us saw that we were happy. Everybody that saw us, you can have that, right? However, Diddy's case is different, which everybody's overlooking, because it's not just the abuse. I can't say because YouTube's gonna. It's not just the SA. It's not just the freak offs. Because all that can be said. Yo, she was with it. Yo, she liked it. That's just our thing. That's what we did. And now I didn't know. She went along with them. I didn't know. Right? The issue is the illicit substances and the main thing, which is blank trafficking ring around the rosy. There is in no universe, you can have rings like Thanos. You can be Doctor Strange. In no version of the multiverse, no version is blank trafficking ring around the rosy ever, 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 ever in anyone's stretch of imagination, can you say that you did not know that you were engaged in illegal behavior? So for Harvey Weinstein, first of all, the company had the slush fund, first of all. But even then, second of all, and this is when it was civil, before criminal got involved, right? You can always say, okay, fine, indemnify me, right? Indemnify. I didn't know. I thought she was with it. That's just our thing. Because they accused him of blank traffic ring around the rosy, in no universe could you think that that was legal. In no universe. And that is why the insurance companies would not have paid. See, here's the thing that everybody keeps saying. Insurance companies have actuaries. Actuaries hold jobs. Their whole job. They are not your friends. Their whole job is to make sure to find out a way that you violated the policy. And if you didn't violate the policy, find a way to pay you nothing. Don't forget, at the end of the day, they already got their money from you. What, like after this, it's like you've already won at the casino. Why would they want to keep you around? Once you win at a casino, they want you to F out of there because they don't want to have to pay you again. Again, when it comes, right? One second. When it comes to that type of stuff, illegal actions, not, oh, I didn't know, not, oh, well, I didn't know at the time. Straight up illegal actions will not pay out. They just won't. It's not under the policy. That is like saying you have a car insurance policy, right? And you drive into a crowd, right? The car insurance policy is not paying for that damage because they do not cover malicious, willful actions. They just don't. Again, agree to disagree. I have a whole presentation I was going to put up because everybody keeps saying this, but they are confusing negligence with willful, malicious intent. Willful, malicious intent changes the game for almost every single law. From murking someone to what you do, it just changes the intent. It really honestly does. So anyway, but thank you for this super chat. But you know what? I'm going to make a video about this because y'all know I love making a video about anything. Also, Tommy Bites TV said Jaguar was in your comments last week. We spoke. She was? Oh, let me try to reach out to her. Another person said, I'll try to get my big bro Gene Dill to say hi in your chat. Thank you, Patrice. Tell Unc I said hi. And also, Sean Gibson said, I'm Sean from Vancouver, Canada. You are gorgeous. Thank you. You the ops. My boyfriend testing me. Excuse me, I am taken. Please stop with those inappropriate things. Nice try, babes. Anyway, Crystal Cove said, thank you so much for becoming a member. And also, Google's Dr. Gonzo said, the feds are probably about to get great flood. Yes, about to get great floods and stuff soon. Baby, if they haven't already. Okay, so let me get back to the Diddy stuff, right? Because, baby, also, I want to say, Viva Went Life, thank you so much for bringing that up. I'm going to make a video about it, right? DM me if you want to come and talk about this because maybe you're a lawyer. I would love to hear your input on this. Okay. So let's get back into the Diddy stuff. Okay. So, all right. So the legislation was about to get passed. Diddy was like, yo, they thought they had her. We'll drag her into court. However, the legislation had one key thing that was passing on the 17th that was different from any other legislation. They actually made NDAs not illegal per se, but redundant. It used to be before that if you signed an NDA, even if it was for SA, assault, whatever, right? If you spoke negatively of it, if you released what happened, if you violated your NDA in any form, two things would happen. One, right? You would have to pay back all the money that they had given you in your settlement. And two, they could actually sue you for breaching the terms of your NDA. They could hit you 2 times and basically bankrupt you. The legislation in New York was like, yo, that's not fair. You can't be doing that to people. Like, you're victimizing them a second time, which is true, right? The legislation was like, yo, you're victimizing them a second time. So the legislation said, starting on the 17th, right? There's going to be 3 important changes. One, even if they can breach their NDA, but you cannot demand the money back. 2, if they breach your NDA and tell the truth, there's nothing you can do about it. You can't sue them. That's victimizing the second time, right? 3, from now on, you have, even when you have an NDA, they must give you 21 days to look over the NDA. 21 days. And after you look over that NDA and you sign it, right? You have 7 days from the date of signing it to take that NDA back, right? And the contract to take it all back. It was historical. It leveled the field. It finally is what I would want legislation. And again, let's not get it twisted. These things happen to men too. The only thing is when it happens to men, because of society, they're too embarrassed to speak out. Or when they do speak out, people clown them, you know? So it happens to everybody. This legislation was groundbreaking. This legislation was what everyone needed, except for the monsters. See, the monsters didn't like that. And I'm not saying Puff's a monster, but I am saying that in the 11th, the legislation would come into effect on November 17th, moving forward. Google TMZ, Google everything. They announced first thing in the morning on the 17th, but they made sure to say that they had reached the decision in the 11th hour on the 16th. See, Puffy thought, he said, all right, so Douglas Wigmore, whew, I got him out the way. Then this young cat named Tyrone Blackburn came, and he's representing like Diddy, the people suing other Diddy. And he was like, oh, no. My clients need something. And Diddy was arrogant. Diddy saw a young Black lawyer good at what he does. But you know Diddy. If y'all don't, you know Diddy, right? And he took it for a joke. And he said, you know what? Maybe Cassie, because I dated her for 10 years, and Cassie knows where the bodies are buried. How do we know? Because Douglas Wigmore in the new complaint that he filed against Diddy with the woman that literally wasn't of age at that point. He knew. He even cited that Puffy had seed money from BMF. Puffy had this, Puffy for that. Okay, fine, right? So Tyrone was like, Mr. Blackburn was like, yo, what's up with this? What's up with that? Diddy was like, oh, man, those were just like some hit it and quit it. That was just my light work. No reaction. They don't know nothing about me. It happened so long ago. You know what? I'm going to fight this. And this time I'm going to destroy these women's reputation. And after the 24th of November passed, Diddy literally kicked his legs up, opened that mouth, and he's a mouth breather, and literally was like, right? Him and his mama probably enjoyed some IVs, right? They probably had a good old party. Diddy was probably counting the days till the freak offs came, because that's the thing. Diddy, right? If the way his thing of success were the freak offs, the fact that he had too many eyes on him and he couldn't have any freak offs, he was depressed. He was, how monsters get when they can't eat people, right? Just burn one town and village. So sad, right? We saw where the wild things are. When monsters get sad, it's a very, very sad thing, right? Anyway, okay. Diddy kicked his heels up with relief. Even when Douglas Wigmore came through with that one girl in the 11th hour, he was like, enough is enough. You know that thing. Enough is enough. I will fight for my family, my bloodline, my honor. Y'all ain't going to do this to me. I've had enough. He trotted out his army of fools. At least that's what I call them, right? What's that guy's name? What's that kid's name? Roger Bonds, right? He got everybody and they started, and I saw it because again, when you watch the internet, this is my day job. I know y'all out there saving the world. I know y'all out there ignoring your bosses. I know y'all out there doing all that stuff. Baby, call me the petty oracle. I pay attention to the stuff like it's my job, right? I saw the narrative farming. They started moving it away from the blank trafficking ring around the rosy, because that was the most disturbing thing to me, into being like, oh, some people like freaky deaky. And what did Roger Bond say? Kim, she said to me, and I literally looked at him and said, what did the dead woman say to you, Roger? Right? She said to me, I allow Puffy to treat me like this. You allow a man to break your nose? Does that even sound right? Stupid. She allowed that. Even forget about the fact that there are rules in America. You are not allowed to break someone's nose just because they allow it. You're not. That, like slavery was outlawed. You cannot inflict violence on another person just because. Because at the end of the day, this is the way they think about it with DAs. Fine, dummy. You might be fine with him breaking your face open. And I'm not calling Kim Porter at all dummy. I'm just saying, like, someone is just like, no, because I don't think Kim Porter said that. But someone is just like, no, I want this. This is what we do. But see, when the reason we have laws is because we're like, okay, dummy, you signed up for this. But we cannot have people in the society that think it's fun or get off on breaking people's noses. It's fine that you like it. But I'm sorry to tell you, that kink is over, because we cannot have predators in our herd. We need to pick them out. Our job is to make society safe for the masses, not for the one, not for the two, but for the masses. What is going to keep society more straight? You being happy with your face being broke open and being like, daddy, thank you, do it again, again. Or the bulk of women being like, oh my God, what's going to keep society safer? Yeah, we go for the bulk. We go for the thing, right? So Roger Bonds is like, this was their plan. I saw the narrative happening and I was talking about it and y'all said it was crazy. Like, oh, they ain't never coming back. But I saw it moving. What did they say? Right? Oh my God, Kim liked it. She said that she allowed Diddy to do that to her. To which I was like, this is a bad PR campaign that you're saying a dead woman allowed this to happen. Then it moved into, and you know what? She pulled me aside and said, you know what? Puffy, when this is over, when I say it's over, because I got leverage over Puffy. I got 4 kids. That's all child support. To which I was like, yeah, but anyone that's read any of the stuff will know that Puffy never claimed Kim, which is why I was always side-eyeing him when he was acting like he was so sad she was gone, the love of your life. He made Kim take him to court each time for every child to get child support. Misa and Sarah. He was not, he likes to say he was this benevolent, and maybe he was, but when it came to court, those girls had to literally chase him down and force him to pay child support. Okay. So they were starting this narrative because at the end of the day, they were like, listen, we only got what? At most, Wigmore, we got 2 from Tyrone Blackburn, 1 from Wigmore. All right, we're going to get through this. Time to buckle down, try to start the bots, start PR campaign. Even the way the bots were like, I believe Cassie, but these other women. And I'm like, why would you believe Cassie when Cassie gave no other witness where these women are about to go to trial? We should believe everybody, but you get what I'm saying. The bots were in full effect. So what happened? Y'all, I'll tell y'all what happened. Something great, something good, and something there that I thought, what are they before? I'm doing Beauty and the Beast. Okay, so right. Okay, so the big reveal, y'all, Puffy's worst nightmare just happened. And baby, I love that for him. Governor Hochul just signed legislation today, December 9th. What time is it over there? At 1:40 p.m. Well, first she said this was first 11:57 a.m. I know you don't care, but I'm a stickler for details. 11:57 a.m. and it was updated on 1:40 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. This is directly from Albany, New York. Governor Kathy Hochul, y'all say a prayer. Say a little prayer for Diddy and his bank account. And also all the men of hip hop. All of them. And a lot of businessmen too. Because they like to party with the rappers, Governor Kathy Hochul just signed legislation on Saturday to expand the eligibility to victim compensation funds for crime. Can I even say this? Victims and survivors. It removes the requirement to provide documentation from law enforcement in order to be eligible, right, for compensation, and expands the window of time in which a victim can file a compensation claim. You guys, there used to be a requirement that they had to report to law enforcement and provide corresponding documentation in order to receive compensation, right? However, they are now allowing them to provide alternative forms of evidence to show that a qualifying crime occurred. The legislation is going to support New Yorkers in their time of need and ensure they receive the benefits they deserve. But what's more, you guys, that bill that they just expanded is part of a larger bill. That that time limit that they put on for 2024, I think the 24th of 2024, that time limit is going to be also expanded. It is going to be more in line with what is in California. In California, it is expanded till 2026. New York legislation has let the first part of the bill pass. The second part has a lot of support, and it is on its way to passing as well. It is expected to be on the governor's desk this week. Y'all, do you know what this means? Do you know what this means? Anybody, raise your hand while I read the super chats. Do y'all know what this means? Does anybody know what this means? It means that Diddy is not done. It means that everybody that was a part of anything, and I mean anything, everybody that was a part of anything is 100%. And when I say 100%, baby, I mean 100%. More lawsuits are coming. Diddy thought this reign was over. Diddy thought he got the worst of it. A lot of people thought they got the worst of it, right? Right? However, yeah, y'all, let's get into this. Google's Dr. Gonzo. No, Google's Dr. Gonzo. Shout out to my reading skills. Said when it's all said and done, his name will be Boppy. I know that's right. Hey, thank you so much, Viva Wood Life again. Yo, look at you blessing me. Thank you. Said great research and breakdown. But you know what? Thank you for the super chat. I'm going to do you one better, and I'm actually going to make a video about it. Because again, it's all a discussion, right? None of us are actually in that room. So everything is speculation. I'm just bringing more data to the table, just like you bringing data to the table. So thank you for bringing that up. You know, at the end of the day, don't nobody know nothing except for the people in that room about how it's going to go. But I do think that insurance is going to try to fall every second. Brandon said, T's a great commentary. You sound like an attorney. At the very least, you have a legal background. Oh, you guys are too sweet. You flatter me. Helene Richards said, thank you so much for becoming a YouTube member. Amai said, Diddy is about to get sued by 40 more women, baby. Woo, and Tommy Bites said he is over. We can watch him simp and scramble. Let me tell y'all something, though, right? I've been doing research on Diddy. All right. And let me just tell y'all, first of all, I am having a heavy hitter come on my channel this weekend. You guys are going to love it, okay? If you don't watch it, watch the playback. Turn your notifications on. You know how this thing goes. If it's your first day at YouTube, welcome. Anyway, say what you want. Just watch your mouth. Okay, but listen, right? Here's the funny thing about Diddy that I've been researching, because I heard all the rumors that Clive Davis was Diddy's handler. Okay. And I did some research, and there is something to be said about that, because Clive Davis provided a lot, like he was one of the people that helped Bad Boys be built. He did. He took a chance on Diddy. But there's another person that helped Diddy on the business side. And if you guys don't know, most of Diddy's money came from the business side. And if you don't know, it's giving plaything. It's giving, what's going here? Now, here's the interesting thing about the Clive Davis thing that I think everybody is overlooking, okay? Douglas Wigmore, I think it was paragraph 21 of the complaint, said that, okay, let me just start from the beginning. So they're saying that Clive Davis was intricate in funding Diddy. However, okay, it was a one-way kind of flow, or maybe two-way flow of money. Diddy, in paragraph 21, Douglas Wigmore says that BMF, that is Black Mafia Family, provided seed money for Bad Boy. Now, we do know from federal and civil, local, state forfeiture rules, if a dollar is used to buy it with illegal money, they can take the whole thing back. So if any of you guys are dating dope boys, or it is 2023, dope girls, right? And mafia princessas, or dope girls, make sure none of their money ever touches anything that you guys are going to do, because they are going to snatch that mess up. But here's the interesting thing that Douglas Wigmore, Cassie's lawyer, is trying to imply with Diddy, and I think in discovery it will be proven. Now, this guy is a beast. He would not be putting things in unless he had so much evidence behind it. See, here's the thing with Douglas Wigmore, right? If Black Mafia Family seeded Bad Boy, and if Bad Boy had to reimburse the record company for videos, for venues, for everything, you know how like record company deals used to be so screwy last then even though Clive Davis discovered Diddy, and even though Clive Davis did all that stuff, the way Wigmore outlines it, if I had to guess, and if I had to bet money on this, he is trying to imply that Clive Davis, what are they under, Sony Music or whatever, whatever the artist company was, I don't know the exact he's trying to imply that not only did they turn a blind eye to whatever Diddy was doing, but they were actually fully involved in a money laundering scheme with one of the most powerful, influential mafias around, the Black Mafia Family. Just to take you back, when Diddy was first starting, they were estimated to have about $470 or $500 million in assets. Back in, what was it? When did he start? 1999, 2000, 2001. It might have even been before then. That was like basically having $1.5 billion. And they were funneling money into Bad Boy. And when Bad Boy would make money, clean money would come out. Now, I don't know if y'all saw season 1 of The Ozark. I would say season 2, but season 2 got a little hooky. They were the guy that played the wife's brother. I just didn't believe it, right? They should have gotten somebody else, right? Season 3, it just went off the tracks. But season 1, that was the season. Now, if y'all didn't see season 1 of The Ozarks, it's called Money Laundering, and you're saying this might be what Diddy did. That's what Wigmore is trying to imply. That's what Wigmore is getting at. That it wasn't just the fact that they provided seed money, because where was that money going? And Bad Boy needed a lot of money, concert venues, videos, all this stuff. So if they were providing seed money, that means that they were getting an influx of money and they were cleaning it. And then they were giving profits back to Diddy. And Diddy, right? Diddy was the person dispersing it to BMF. Now, if you follow that train of thought, and this is just me speculating, if you follow that train of thought, remember when Kanye was like, yo, you fed, get away from me. Because remember when Kanye was losing his mind again, right? Even though the more that comes out, the more we see he wasn't losing his mind. He was just being a Gemini, He wasn't losing his mind. He was just being a Gemini, because you might not like what Geminis say. You might not like the way Geminis say it. But Geminis, I'm not saying they don't lie, because if you ever dated a Gemini, but that's true. Geminis don't lie, they mislead. But when they are serious, they tell the truth. They tell the truth when they're serious, right? So anyway, remember when Kanye was like, "Yo, get away from me. Get away from me with that Apollo." And he was talking about Diddy because when he was doing all that stuff, remember when Kanye's handler, that guy Harvey something, that literally admitted that he was helping make up new concoctions to push artists to their limit. Basically, he was like a Michael Jackson doctor. Remember when he was like, "How about we have a talk? Either you sit down and talk to me, or I'm gonna put you doped up and let's see how visitation goes." Remember when all that was going on? And Kanye was like, I can't trust anybody. And he ran out the country. And remember how Diddy was texting him like, "Yo, we need to meet, we need to talk." And Diddy and Kanye was like, "Yo," did a press conference with TMZ saying, "Tell him to stay away from me. He feds. I know what you into." And I remember thinking, I believe it because I've always heard rumors about Diddy, and I'm always wondering, like, why do you always escape prosecution? But I just didn't know how much. So let's think about this. Again, speculation. Let's take what Kanye said. Now let's talk about from the beginning. Diddy beat Steve Stout with a bottle, a chair, a telephone. Was there anything else? Bottle, chair. Oh, champagne bottle, right? He beat him with a bottle, chair, telephone, and champagne bottle. When he went to court, he paid Steve Stout like 500,000, and then he was convicted for harassment. If you guys don't know, in New York City, harassment is a charge you get when you catcall somebody across the street. It is not even a misdemeanor. It is like a nuisance crime, a thing. That's what he got from busting somebody's head open. When he had that basketball game and there was a stampede and 9 people passed away, no charges got brought up. I mean, that could have been because it was a different time. Back then, like liability, they were like, "Oh, what was you doing standing there?" But every single time something happened, right? Look at how many times him and Cassie got into it. And now we see that the police were called a million times. Information, what is it? Videos disappeared from like the hotel lobby, all this stuff. He always got out of it, right? Always. Now let's think about it. Let's connect some dots. And again, has not been independently verified. This is just me trying to make connections from what we've read. We're gonna have to wait till the court of law to actually see what's talked about. But let's just speculate, right? F with me. Come on, get closer. Let me have a little sip of coffee and we can talk about this, right? So let's connect these dots, okay? Oh, but before we do, let's read some more. They said they about Diddy, but they won't drug him first. They're about the Diddy. For now on, somebody diddling has a whole new meaning. Oh, thank you, Sarah. Hey, Sarah said amazing. Is this Sarah Highland? Sarah said amazing coverage. And also, Miss V, move your body. Thank you for the super sticker. I appreciate it. All right, y'all. Now let's get into it. First of all, Diddy is done with this new legislation that's passing. He is done. But I think it's more than that. I think this is finally hip hop's reckoning. But I can't just say it's music, hip hop music. It 100% is going to be the business world too, because here's the thing. We know about the Diddy stuff because they are like loud and whatever. What was actually going on in those boardrooms, baby? That's what I want to know. Okay, so let's get to this. All right, y'all ready for this? So let's connect these dots. Kanye talking about Diddy's feds, right? Diddy has gotten away, in my opinion, with so much. Especially because you Black, you hang around with rappers. You know the way New York was so racist back then. Right now, Diddy, Jay-Z, 50 Cent, now they're respected because people saw that there was big money in that. And now they're like businessmen and they made the jump. But back then, anyone can tell you, they looked at like rappers, hip hop as like trash. They did. That's why the Grammys still have like those racist things where they don't ever want anybody to break out of the Black musician thing. But back then, 50 Cent could have been the most respected. If he had tried to go in the catch, they would have fronted on him unless somebody in the doorman, like somebody, an owner like knew him. Okay. So the fact that Diddy was like hanging around Biggie Smalls, Little Kim, she was the doll back then, Tupac, all this stuff, which side note, did y'all ever see Tupac's album cover, the back of his album for Machiavelli? Was he trying to tell us something? Remember when he dressed Diddy up in a dress on the back of his album? Did everybody know about the freak offs back then? I'm just saying. And you got them saying it's feds. Now listen to this. Diddy is also taking an influx of money from BMF, and baby, they had money back then, and they were giving it in to Clive Davis's company. Okay. And then Clive Davis was, seems like, washing it around and giving it back out as profits to Diddy. If you can believe that that BMF money was seed money, like Cassie lawyers contend. But do you remember what happened to the BMF? Do you remember the way they got taken down? Do you remember the way they got systematically dismantled? Now, listen, all good things come to an end. And like the great dinosaurs that walk this earth, everything has its time. And now they're fossils that we dance and build houses on. I get that. So nothing great lasts forever. But I find it interesting that the fall at the BMF coincided when they started seeding money to Bad Boy. And after that, it seemed like everything they did, the feds was one move away from them. As a matter of fact, it seemed like the feds was waiting for them. And it seems like a lot of people passed away. Wolf passed away. Biggie passed away. Even Shine did time. So, and again, there's a long list of so many people passed away. Diddy was the only one standing, was sitting there getting IVs with his mama. Diddy was the last man standing. Now, far be it from me to suggest that Diddy is a federal informant. I would have no way of knowing that. Far be it from me to suggest that he was allowed to do all this effery because he was a federal informant on BMF and was institutional, right? Institutionally involved and was integral to their demise. Far be it for me to suggest. I'm not saying that Diddy did become an informant because he was in all of the rap circles. He was deep in BMF. He knew everybody. So if he wanted to start talking, it would be the perfect time to, and he would be protected. I'm not saying that's what happened. I'm saying that if we found out that's what happened, I would not be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised one bit. Again, I think that's what Cassie's lawyer is trying to get at. You feel what I'm saying? I feel like that's what Cassie's lawyer is 100% trying to get at. That's what I think. That's what I think. And I think that there's a good chance. Again, the math might be a little fuzzy. The years, but baby, I'm just saying, like, my first thing, I do find it odd that BMF, that had been a juggernaut, at one point they were even more powerful than the mafioso, because the actual Italian mob had gotten dismantled by the feds. But here's the thing with the BMF, right? It was hard for the feds to infiltrate, okay? Because back then, code of the streets, no snitching, not even that. The feds were and continue, in my opinion, to be racist. They wouldn't hire Black FBI agents. If they did, they weren't from the certain areas. You're not just walking in and being like, hello, fellow Black people, I would like to engage in criminal activity. So it was hard for them to recruit from the neighborhoods because they had pushed people out of the neighborhoods and wouldn't let them be a part of it so much. So then it became, you see what I'm saying? Y'all see what I'm saying? I think there's a link there. I think that there is a link there. I do. I do think he was allowed to outset that. Croa said he was allowed to act like this. I do think Diddy was allowed to act like this. Nothing else makes sense. This man acted and behaved like he was untouchable. And I know that he might have had money, but Diddy was acting like that even before he was faking it till you make it. Diddy made the lure of a billionaire before he even got close to even 500 million. 200 million, 100 million. Diddy was saying he was worth half of a million when he was worth 50,000, and so on and so forth. Do you see what I'm saying? He was allowed to act like that. And I think that's what Cassie's lawyer is actually getting at. I don't know about, somebody said, If he was an informant, he would come up in paperwork. The lawyers would have this in discovery. Maybe. Because here's the thing. If somebody's an informant, it would have to come up in paperwork, but you're not allowed to disclose that. Do you see what I'm saying? Like, lots of stuff comes up in discovery, but unless it's pertinent to the case, you're not allowed to disclose that, because it could not just get the informant murked. It could get other police officers, FBI agents, and other stuff murked. So stuff comes up in paperwork all the time, but lawyers usually keep it to themselves. Now, there have been on occasion, especially with mob lawyers, that's how the big sanctions for lawyers came in. It used to be that if a lawyer did something, they would get sanctioned, but not like that. When it came time for mob times, right? I'm talking about when the mafioso, like the Italians, were like running New York, right? Before BMF. What happened was, like you said, whenever stuff comes up in discovery, it's in paperwork. The lawyers are allowed to see it, to make whatever, but they're not allowed to tell, like, whatever. They would literally see government evidence, and then they would go and tell their clients, and then boom, 3 weeks later, the informant's gone, the whole informant's family's gone, all this stuff happens. So that's when the court started making these really, really heavy sanctions, like, we will take away your license, we will do this, don't you ever, never. They literally started putting the fear in God to people, because it really was life and death. So I agree with you. Maybe it will come up in paperwork, but even then, the government can really be like, is this a need to know basis? If it's not entrapment, if it's not this, if it's not that, if you're just suing us, him being an informant really has nothing to do with the case. Now, I know what you're saying. Well, can't you make the case that because he was an informant, the government protected him? I'm not saying he is, far be it from me, but if he was an informant and the government was protecting him, can't you make an argument that the government allowed him to just like run willy-nilly all over the thing, right? But we all know the government, they got an excuse for everything. Like, somehow in the government's law, I'm not going to get through it, they'll be like, no, that has nothing to do with it. No, what are you talking about? It's the same way that, like, if the cops are chasing you and you're driving all crazy and they start chasing you and they like roll through grandma's yard, hit half the people in the family, there's a little baby stroller, and all this stuff happens. And let's just say, unfortunately, from them trying to chase you because you don't want the ticket, as you couldn't take any more points on your license because it's too far to drive to work. Let's just say through them chasing you, you were the safe driver. And when they were chasing you, 20 people were deleted, right? Do you know that when you stand trial, they will get you for felony murking? Federal felony murking doesn't mean that you actually did it. It means that your actions caused the police officers or caused the feds to hurt people. So even if they're like shooting at you and it's friendly fire, like people get by friendly fire, you know those bodies are on you and you have to stand trial for them. So when I say the feds, well, literally, you know what the feds are like? Remember when you used to play like Monopoly with your older cousins and you'd be like, yo, where's the game rules, right? And they'd be like, oh, like, you know, and everybody kind of understands a little bit. And then they start making out crazy rules like, no, you got to roll 6 dice twice, throw them over your shoulder. And you're like, where are the rules? And you're like, and they're like, them the rules. That's what it's like being with the feds. They just be making up rules as they go. You get what I'm saying? Oh, also, Jai Jai said, hi, Tisa, great work. Whitey Bulger was an FBI informant. Exactly. And unaliving people. The feds will let so much effery go on their watch. They don't care. They really don't care, because at the end of the day, they have their methods, and they're willing to let eggs be broken to make an omelet. Now, I'm really quick, you guys. I got to show you guys this. What is it? Hold on. Where is it? I made a copy of it. Where is it? Okay, now we got to talk about this video with Puffy, y'all. First of all, like I said, Puffy's done special guest. This video with Puffy, let me find it and put it on the Summit Grand stream. Y'all not gonna believe this mess. Y'all are literally not gonna believe this mess. Also, shout out to Russell Wilson and Sierra. Shout out to them. They just had a baby, Amora. Blackberry is her name. I think it's Blackberry in Spanish, Amora. Okay, so where are we at? Where is Diddy's video? Oh, this is going to freak you out. Oh, here we go. I found it. Let me send it to myself, and then I'll share it with you guys. I would share my screen, but no. Y'all need to see me laid out in a bikini and my hair not done. Okay, so hold on, y'all. Let's get this up. All right. Turn your volume up. This is very important. We are doing God's work. Okay. God wants us to be messy. If not, he wouldn't have put this mess in front of us. We are doing the Lord's work right now. Hold on. Let's see. Okay. Okay, here we go. Let's put this up on the Semigram screen. Video file. Okay. Okay. So hold on. Yes, we are going to talk about the much discussed. Ugh, hold on a second. We are going. This is from the Art of Dialogue, by the way. We are going to talk about the must discuss Diddy and his mom video, because the one thing I think a lot of people missed, right, was the fact that his mom was also getting an IV with him at the same time. Hold on, y'all. Let's see. Do I have a better video about this? One second. Because I want to make sure there's no curse words in here either. Where are we at? Let me see. Okay, so first of all, let's get to the scene of the crime. They're taking IVs. Are they not? Now, let me see if I can actually zoom in on this, because, baby, we got to get to this. So the scene of the crime, they're taking IVs. And listen to the way Diddy is actually talking about his mom. I hope to God there's no curse words in this. I really, honestly do. Okay, hold on. Video. 1 second, y'all. I swear to God, I'm coming. Okay, you know what? We just going to play it from here. All right, y'all ready? Turn your sound up. All right. Now look at their body language right here. Tell me I'm tripping, because I want to know I'm tripping. I want you to say, Tisa, how dare you? You are a horrible person. How dare you? Okay, so let's get into this. Did anybody see this video yet? I know the anticipation is killing y'all. Hold on. Let me zoom this in. Where's this damn video? Oh my God, did y'all hear about Tamar and her boyfriend? It is a mess. Tommy ate her up. Okay, so this is the Art of Dialogue. Let's see, can we get all of it? Okay, 1 second. Bear with me. Oh, also, did anybody know that with Diddy and the Grammys, did y'all hear about that? The Grammys are trying to decide what to do with Diddy, but baby, we already reported this a week ago. The PR people are literally moving around so that Diddy will be left alone, because everybody's saying that they don't want to sit with Diddy. The real question is, where's Young Miami going to sit? Wow, how much things changed in the year. Last year, she was so proud, talking about high poppy, doing everything she could to actually be on his good side. And now he is getting both of them banned. I can't believe that. Tony Wiggins, thank you so much for the super chat. Tony Wiggins says, I can't wait for Diddy to get life in prison. Baby, me and you both. He definitely deserves it. And the funny thing is, most of that stuff is worse than R. Kelly. Most of it is for. Okay, here we go. Okay, here we go. I zoomed in. This is from the Art of Dialogue. I zoomed in just so you can see their faces better. Let's put this on a summer ground screen. If y'all watching this on TV, put your snacks down. Okay, he's introducing his mom, Dukes. Look at this.
Dukes.
Hi.
She's getting a drip with me. She's hydrating.
She just said she's getting a drip with me. She's hydrating. Now, did Cassie not say that after the F-offs, right? After the F-Os, they would get IVs and hydrating after partying. Now, this is when I first started to be like, there's a rumble in my tummy and I don't like it. Listen to this.
What's up, Ma?
Everything's good, baby. I'm here with you.
Yeah.
I love you.
I love you too.
My baby.
Now, y'all said I was making too much up. Y'all said this was completely normal. I would like to listen in the chat. Let's start this over. In the chat, because there's more. But in the chat, if you find this normal, can y'all put 1? And if you don't find this normal, can y'all put 2? And if you feel a little nauseous, can y'all hit me with that 3? Come on, let's go. We're going to play. Let's look at the chat. What do we got in here? Where's the ones? Because y'all was telling me no, 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 no. Okay, let's do a replay. So
Dukes.
Hi.
She's getting a drip with me. She's hydrating. What's up, Ma?
Everything's good, baby. I'm here with you.
Yeah.
I love you.
I love you too.
My baby.
Ma, freshly dipped though.
The white fingernails. What you gotta do? Show my shoes.
I was just trying to show your shoes.
Now, isn't it funny that even the mom gets a look in her face like, wait, what are you doing? Because maybe even she knows what white fingernails mean. Now, I'm not saying they have anything going on, right? I am saying that for somebody that has no limits, and Gene Dill did say that Diddy would get into it with his own mom. And if you literally supplied violent delights for violent ends to wealthy people, right? Did you have your mom caught up in this BS? Because I think it's just weird. It's like if you and your man or you and your girl are into something and then you get like your mom or your dad the same thing. It's just weird. You know what I'm saying? It's just really, really weird. And also, look at her face. I'm not done with the video, but look at her face when he pans down to the white fingernails. He tries to say, yo, it's a fresh to death look. But the whole point, to me, it looks like the whole point of him swinging the phone down and bringing it back up is to focus on her white fingernails. Let's do that again. Look.
I was just...
Look. Hold on.
I was just trying to show your shoes.
You see that? When she was like, wait, what are you doing? And she gets that nervous look in his face. And he was like, I was trying to show your shoes. Why is her shoes by her fingernails? It's your first day. You could have showed her shoes. You even said fresh to death dip and then went right to the white fingernails. I don't know. I don't know what people are up to. Listen, when I saw the Balenciaga campaign, you know, that one that made me literally swear never to touch anything. Okay, I didn't have a closet full of Balenciaga, but there's a few purses and a few pairs of shoes that I never touched again because I was so disgusted by what they were implying. People are into weird stuff, right? And get this, there's more. Let's get more into this.
Yeah.
You know what my pet peeve is with people? Besides people that interrupt videos a million times to talk. Hi, my name is Tisa. That would be me. My pet peeve in videos, honestly, is when people give a fake laugh. I don't know why. I find fake laughter the most insulting thing in the world. It is. It makes me even look at do you think I need your fake laugh? But also it makes me feel like you're evil. But let's continue. Lex Luthor is laughing. Let's go.
Yeah, my mom's a single. Mom's a single. I ain't gonna hate on my mom.
Oh, that's what
Mom's a single.
Hold on. This is weird. This is the part I thought was weird. This is the part where pay attention to this part because I reminded it for a reason. This is the part that some of y'all, right? My cousins from Christmas and whatnot were telling me to pay attention to. And at first I was like, man, you're always putting 20 on 10. But then I was like, because if I can show it, I think I have a picture somewhere. I have a picture of this. Hold on. Do I? I have a picture. I Googled Illuminati hand signals, right? Now, granted, somebody could have made this up in their basement. I have no way of independently verifying it. But I did Google Illuminati hand signals. And one of the hand signals that the Illuminati allegedly like to use, again, assuming that this is actually real, because I just did Google this. I don't know if it's real or not. One of the hand signals that Illuminati like to use is this. I'm not joking. There's a whole thesis about Illuminati hand signals, and they're basically Masonic hand signals. Again, this might be all BS, but I was just connecting the dots, right? And this has been out since like the 70s, right? It means some stuff. I didn't want to find it just in case, like, satanic stuff is real. I didn't want to start reciting verses and like before y'all know it, I burst into flames. You know what I'm saying? It's like, don't tempt the devil. But look at his hands right here. Okay, listen, we are firmly in cuckoo land, but can you indulge me, right? Look at his hands right here. Hold on. Right here. The fake laughter. And now look at this. Look.
Yeah, my mom's a single.
Do you see the way he thought he was trying to play it off? Acting like he's grabbing his glasses, but he's 2 inches in front and he just keeps it there and keeps the Illuminati gang sign. Hold on, y'all. You see it? Look. Hold on. Let me put myself on the bigger Summer Dance screen. This is the Illuminati gang sign. According to the great experts of Reddit and Google. Again, you guys, I'm not saying that it is, but I am saying that it does exist, right? This is what it is. Now, right? Look at this. Again, y'all know I'm going to run this into the ground, but look. Look at the way it's right here. Look.
Yeah, my mom's a single.
I rest my hand at the
Mom's a single. I ain't gonna hate on my mom's. She's single. Me and my mom talked about one time doing a dating show with her. And she's so picky. She's so picky, they don't stand. But yeah, that'd be the funniest show in the world.
It will be. Especially with me.
I don't even want to get started if she was doing that. We're not doing that. Cause yeah, my mom's single. Yeah, for real. Mom Duke know how to have a good time. She ain't sitting in the house playing. Outside moving and shaking, baby. She come with me to strip club. I don't care.
Let's rewind that. Because y'all said I was weird. And I didn't even imply anything. I just let this play. And I'm the weirdo? Right? Drop a 1 in the chat if you ever been to a strip club with your mommy or daddy. And if you have, after you're done dropping that 1, please Google your local social services. Please Google your local counselor. I don't care. And again, maybe it's a New York thing. Do people in New York go to the clubs? Like, is that a meeting spot? Is that like where you had the Thanksgiving dinner? Like, I'm serious. Is it? I'm dead serious. I just don't know. Listen. So here we go. Let's go back to the fake laughter. But for now on, I'm going to start freaking y'all out. Every time I want attention from y'all moving forward, I'm going to start just doing Illuminati gang signs and be like, hey, what's up, little Tattle Tells? And just stay there and be like, ha, 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 awkward laughing. And wait for y'all to be like, she Illuminati. And I'd be like, thank you. I just wanted that attention. But here we go. Hold on.
Yeah, for real. Mom Duke know how to have a good time. She ain't sitting in the house playing. Outside moving and shaking, baby. She come with me to strip club. I don't care. For real. It's my dog. I want to live life.
Okay, some people said that they have seen dirtbags take their mom to the strip clubs. Okay, fine. Again, far be it for me to suggest that there's anything improper going on. I just wanted to know. But here it comes. Tell me if y'all ever did this for your mom. while you was trying to find her a date. Hold on.
We out here moving and grooving. So my mom told me, she just said, keep moving, baby.
That's right.
Keep moving.
Don't stop.
She could touch the floor with her palms. You know? Flat. Oh! Take pew, pew, pew.
Now, I just want to rewind that for a moment because there was a lot going on in that scene, but let's just read some of the words or recant them as close to verbatim as we can. I will paraphrase, but I will try to keep in correct grammar and punctuation. He said, my mom always taught me, keep moving, baby, keep moving. That's right. Don't stop, can't stop, won't stop. That's right, baby. Keep moving. Yo, she can put both palms on the ground, right? She can put both. So you just said your mom is like, keep moving, baby. Don't stop, don't stop. My mom can put both her hands on the thing. That's right. Flat. Pow, 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 pow. Do y'all do that in Jersey or New York? Brag about how well your mom can take back shots? Like, is this a thing? I don't know. I don't know. Listen, I have very colloquial taste. I am very vanilla ice cream. Vanilla is a beautiful flavor, right? Sometimes you can even get sprinkles on top. But baby, we not going to double fudge cookie go rocky road, mocha almond fudge, or mocha passion swirl. I'm just saying. Listen, I'm just saying. But let's just rewind one more
Outside
time.
moving and shaking, baby. Mom Duke know how to have a good time. She ain't sitting in the house playing. Outside moving and shaking, baby. She come with me to strip club. I don't care. Real. It's my dog. You know, I want to live life. We out here moving and grooving. So my mom told me, she just said, keep moving, baby.
That's right.
Keep moving.
Don't stop.
She could touch the floor with her palms. You know? Flat. Oh! Take pew, pew, pew.
Listen. Again. Yeah. Again, let me just be clear, right? I am not implying that Puffy and his mom are like on some like mess, you know? I'm not implying that because that would be gross. I do know that Puffy and his mom seem to have a really close relationship and they have issues with boundaries. And I do know that whatever he thinks of his mom, it has to weigh in on how he treats women. And I'm not saying his mom did anything, but y'all gotta admit, it's something like, I don't know how to feel about that. And I can't psychoanalyze them. And these people with their little BS sociology degree, let me stop talking about people's sociology degrees, right? Because baby, where you work at, what's your GPA? Like, I can already tell you full of it, right? Listen, I just think, oh, hold on, guys. I have to. Okay, so. Okay, so in any case, y'all, I just think that, no, I'm not saying that. You guys get your minds out the gutter. I just think that it's just men that have poor boundaries with their mother tend to have really, really unhealthy boundaries in relationships. Again, I don't know how to feel about that, right? About that. It just makes me feel it just makes me feel like, yeah. You know, it's just, I'll say one thing though. Diddy's mom is beautiful. While she was doing that, I was like, she's beautiful. He must take after Melvin. But then I saw Melvin. Diddy's mom is really beautiful. And God bless her. God bless her. It must be hard when your son is exposed for doing like horrible things. Because what do you say? What do you say? I guess you're going to be like Roger Bonds, like trying to get him out, right? You're going to be like, I guess if it's your child, you're going to roll out for them one way or the other. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, listen, y'all insane. Diddy's mom is beautiful. Y'all gonna stop playing with me. Diddy's mom is actually really beautiful. Ignore her.
I love you.
I love you too.
Y'all don't think? Shut up. Y'all just be talking. Y'all just be talking. Because if this was a regular day, regular neighborhood, not like a Kardashian airbrush, and you saw her, y'all be like, hey, Mrs. Combs, how y'all doing, Mrs. Combs? Shut up. Shut up. Y'all just be talking. Diddy's mom is very, very beautiful, but it's just, I don't know. I don't know if it's him. Because here's my thing. Why are you getting IVs with your mom? Or maybe they grew up that close that they partied together, but I never really had that relationship with my parents to party with them. It's just weird. It's just weird. I don't know. Listen, let me take this off the screen because y'all stop it. Y'all not going to be dragging that mom. There's enough weirdness to talk about without talking about how somebody's wig look. And it's somebody that every now and then will have a messed up wig. I take offense. Sometimes you want a dry, dusty wig. What about it? And I'm the first one. Y'all see me on the street sometimes. And what of it? TV said, and what of it? Right? And what of it? Listen. Now, I didn't party with my parents either, but getting IV drips. The thing is with Puffy, he just reminds me of someone that has no boundaries. I don't know him, but from what I've read in the things, he just has no boundaries. And I really feel like money, when you have that level of money and power, it kind of does make people weirdos, or not weirdos, but it makes you want, like lines just get blurred. You know what they say, like morality is for poor people. I'm not talking about, oh, you can afford like a nice summer home or you got Gucci. No, I mean like wealthy, which is the circles Diddy started like rolling in, like truly wealthy, like the type of wealth we can't comprehend. Not like, oh, you got money. No. You are wealthy. Like it will take 4 or 5 generations to burn through this money. You are wealthy. Do you know what I'm saying? Diddy started hanging out with those people. And those are the people that just literally just, it's just a thing. Anyway, you guys, listen. I do want to say thank you guys so much for joining me. Listen, I'm going to post more videos tonight because I was on live for so long. You guys look out for a video. And don't forget, this Saturday and Sunday, there is going to be a special live. I swear to God, you're going to be like, how did I get this guest? But baby, I got them. And we are going to go in. So if you're bored on the weekends, either watch the YouTube or watch the playback. I'll start advertising the exact time Friday night because I have to work around their schedule on Sunday, but I guarantee you it's going to be the best thing you've ever seen. All right? Listen. Anyway, y'all, listen. Let me know what you think in the comments. Hit my channel up. I'm going to be posting late tonight. All right? Come on. I'll talk to y'all later. Thanks for joining me, everyone. Oh, and also really quick, I want to say thank you to Viva Woodlife, of course, Tommy Bites TV, OG Patrice, thank you so much for looking out. Sean Gibson, Crystal Cove, Google's Dr. Gonzo, Google's Dr. Gonzo, thank you for blessing me twice. Viva Woodlife, thank you for blessing me twice. Brandon, thank you so much for blessing me. Crystal Cove, thank you for blessing me twice. Helene Richard, thank you so much. My Fight, thank you. We got the OG crew in here. Tommy Bites Homestead, thank you for blessing me 2. 1 time, 2 stop. 8 times. Okay, let me stop. Google's out. You hit me 3 times. 3rd time is the charm. Sarah, thank you so much for blessing me. Mrs. V, move your body. If you're a personal trainer, hit me up because I actually need one. JJ, thank you so much for blessing me. And also Tony Wiggins, thank you so much for blessing me. All right, you guys, I'll talk to y'all later, of course, but be on the lookout ads, I'll post something maybe ad free. Maybe, probably not. All right. I'll see y'all. Talk to you later. I'm going to post later on tonight though. Okay. Bye guys.